Hello, my friends. This is another edition of Story Time with Mrs. D. And we're leading into February, the month of February. It's the last day of January. So we are going to be talking about for the entire month of February black inventors or just famous black people who did great things in our history to make things better for us and to pave the way for us. So tonight's story, oh, and I hope you enjoyed the story the other night about Ron McNair, the famous astronaut. So tonight's story is about Garrett Morgan, and he was a famous inventor. It's written by Garrett Nelson Jackson and illustrated by Thomas Hudson. I want to read to you the intro letter that Garrett Jackson has in the beginning of the book. And it says, "Dear readers, this is the story of Garrett Morgan. As a boy, he was very curious. He was always wanting to know how things worked and why and how he could make them better. When Garrett grew up, his curiosity and his desire to improve things led to very useful inventions that saved lives. Garrett's main thought in inventing was to help others. How important this is." And that was a letter from Garrett Jackson. So here we go. Garrett Morgan, the inventor. Little Garrett was born in small town Kentucky. Soon his parents knew indeed they were quite lucky. His 10 brothers and sisters were always around, but a quiet place for thinking Garrett often found. What? How? Why? Were questions he liked to ask. How to improve a thing was his favorite ask. At 14 years of age, Garrett left his family and went to Ohio to see what he could see. Soon, Garrett moved to Cleveland. As his idea grew, he opened a repair shop and began inventing too. To provide firefighters with air that was good, Garrett invented the safety hood. At this time in our country, on busy streets and roads, the drivers did not know just when to stop or go. It's just another page of pictures showing how they traveled back then. Garrett saw so many accidents, so he stated with a frown, "We must do something different with the traffic in our towns." He went into his workshop and tried a thing or two, and pretty soon he figured out what he had to do. Garrett's great idea deserves the highest praise. He thought of traffic signals for cars going different ways. The cars going one way must stop for red. The other cars see green and move ahead. Now there's much less confusion in our streets and towns. It was 1923 when the solution was found. Red means stop. Green means go. Because Garrett Morgan told us so. Yes, boys and girls, Garrett Morgan. He was the one who actually invented the traffic light. Those traffic lights that you see when your parents are driving in the cars that tell them to stop, slow down for yellow. Red means stop, yellow means slow down, and green, of course, means to go. Garrett Morgan, the famous black inventor, invented the traffic light. I hope you enjoyed this story, boys and girls. And if you would like to purchase it for your collection, please do so. And please continue learning about our history and keep it alive and well. Until next time with Storytime with Mrs. D, have a great night, boys and girls. Bye-bye.